Quarrying operations suspended in parts of the Philippines after a new landslide kills dozens in Mangkot's wake. Philippines has suspended all mining operations in 7 regions of the country after a new landslide is a flood that killed at least 29 people near a limestone quarry on Cebu Island. And to know some details, let's call on Charles LAZAGA. Charles?
Thanks, Mr. JUDILLA. And now, for my report, rescue operation resumed on Friday after a hillslide collapsed and surged down on about 34 houses in 2 rural villages in Naga City on Thursday. The PAA news agency quoted an official from the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Office as saying as many as 67 people were still believed buried by the debris, and police said more than 1,200 people have been evacuated, most of them forcibly from the area on Thursday night, according to the Associated Press.
Relatives of those buried pleaded for more backhoes to be brought in as many rescue workers were using shovels to dig. And because of this, people started to say that this is the worst storm of the year 2018. Am I right, Mr. BENERADO?
That's right. Even though the landslide happened just days after Typhoon Mangkut wreaked havoc in the Philippines, leaving at least 95 people dead nationwide. Many of the deaths occurred in Itigon in northern Benguet province, where the world's strongest storm of the year shut off a major landslide that hit a bank house where people were taking shelter from the typhoon. While Mangkut, locally called Ompong, did not directly hit the central Philippines, it intensified monsoon rains that could have played a role in destabilizing the mountainside in Naga City. Yes, that's right.
Philippines Environment Secretary Roy Camato on Friday announced that 15-day suspension of quarrying operations in part of the country's pending safety assessments. President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday said he wanted to put an end to all mining activity in the country. If I were to do my thing, I will close all mining in the Philippines, he said. And to now, the major factors why President Rodrigo Duterte, Mr. YBANEZ, will explain it to us.
The Philippines is one of the world's most disaster-prone countries. It is lashed by about 20 tropical storms each year and has active seismic faults where earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. Poverty forces many people to live in vulnerable areas, making natural disasters more deadly. The Philippines is the second largest archipelago in the world, consisting of over 7,000 islands. Its location in the northwestern Pacific Ocean places the country in the direct path of the world's #1 tropical cyclone generator, which brings destructive floods, landslides, and storm surge.
Basically, landslides are present in places where there are mountains and high elevated places surrounding an area. As seen on the list given by the DENR-MGB, all of the provinces in the Cordillera Administrative Region, or CAR, are included in the top 10 landslide-prone areas in the Philippines. But to prevent this to happen in the future, we still need to take measures in all areas. Am I right, Mr. BENERADO?
That's correct. And by this, I want to share to you what my team came up. That's correct. And by this, I want to share to you what my team came up. That's correct. And by this, I want to share to you what my team came up. That's correct. And by this, I want to share to you what my team came up. That's correct. And by this, I want to share to you what my team came up. That's correct. And by this, I want to share to you what my team came up.
This is a plan for citizens living not only in whole Cebu, but to the whole world. Disasters such as landslides pose a significant threat to people, destroying not only lives of affected people but also the lives of animals.
By performing simple disaster risk management activities in the community, it will help us to be prepared for whatever may happen in our environment. But before we proceed, you must all know that please ensure the community remains disaster resilient. Or in other words, it aims to increase awareness and reduce the damage caused by natural disasters.
Thanks for the reminder, Julian. And here I present to you the ways to be aware and prevent the challenging disasters. First, set a system alert. Second, provide adequate emergency facility. Third, conduct an inspection of landslides, prone areas and flood-prone areas. And lastly, tree planting.
If you're asking what are the benefits with this plan, the problems faced by the people will be reduced to avoid being separated from loved ones and to better ensure the safety of citizens.
With this plan, nature will be more developed, which will help us to reduce the disasters to be faced.
All, and I hope you learn from this. 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 All, and I hope you learn from this.
Alright, thanks for your time being with us. And to end this report, I just want to let the people know that just tune in to local authorities for information about evacuations and safety tips. Thank you.